40 miles west of the Las Vegas Strip lies a hidden retreat. Far enough away from the buzz of the city, but close enough for a day drive, Torino Ranch becomes a home away from home for hundreds of kids each summer. Torino Ranch hosts multiple summer camps each year for kids who were born with serious medical conditions or are facing challenging life situations. And most years, it's Camp Mends that kicks off the summer fun.
It's such an amazing camp, and it's like a lot of people with heart conditions can express with other people how they feel.
The archery, the swimming, the jumping on the trampoline into the lake, and going and seeing my friends. I'm just so happy here.
Camp Mends is a place where kids can come and enjoy and have fun and have a safe environment and go off the mountain feeling like superheroes.
Camp Mends is the only medically supervised camp of its kind in the state of Nevada and is completely cost-free. The goal is to give heart kids an opportunity to experience the joys of camp under the careful supervision of nurses and physicians.
So kids that are at this camp are here for multiple different reasons. They either have a congenital heart defect, they may have contracted a virus that went to their heart and they needed to get a transplant at the age of 2 months. They could have some sort of a heart rate instability that they ended up getting a pacemaker at the age of 17 for. These kids don't get to go to normal camps. They can't go to your average camp in Catalina or in Big Bear with all these other kids that don't have medical conditions because they have to take meds on a very, very special schedule. They get to come here and they're not a heart kid, they're just a kid. They get to do what every other kid does at this camp. They're not being singled out, they're not being treated any different, they are just kids. And it's the best because they were so sick at one point and now they're not. It just goes to show that kids are incredibly resilient and that they're going to grow up and they're going to have these experiences. They're going to get to go to camp. They're going to live to see these types of things, and it's going to be the one thing they want to do every summer. They're not going to want to go to Disneyland. They're going to want to come to Camp Mends because they get to see their friends they get to see every year. They get to come and see the counselors that have cared for them. And watching them grow up is a blessing.
4 days and 3 nights away from home can be daunting for some kids, but more times than not, the fear fades away faster than the time it takes to learn the camp cheers.
It's amazing. I think that's one of my favorite parts is, they come up because I was a really shy kid. And Thursday, they're terrified. They don't know anybody. It's, it's a new environment. They miss their parents. And then we just have the most amazing, staff, and we have the greatest volunteers, and they just kind of bring them out of their shell, and they get to bond with their group and all their counselors. And yeah, Sunday, everybody's crying because they don't want to go home, and then I'm crying. It's, it's a mess, but it's wonderful, I think, They get a place to come up and just make friends who understand what they are going through.
For most campers, this sanctuary allows them to forget about the one thing that makes them feel different off the mountain.
I feel uncomfortable going to a normal pool because it's I don't want to show it off because everyone's going to keep looking at me. And my pet peeve is that, people looking at me because of the scar, because a lot of people don't have the scars that we have. We're 1 in 100. We're so many other people that people don't know that we can be. In my neighborhood, I don't have that much friends, or there's no more neighbors. Now that when I come to camp, I have all my friends. I'm looking forward to next year and the next year and the next year because all my friends are here and I can bond with so many people.
I was born with 6 heart defects, 2 holes in the heart, 4 mitral valve, aortic valve, transposition of the great arteries, pulmonary stenosis, and then I can't remember the other one. When I was born, they gave me about a 5% chance to survive. And if I did, I'd most likely not live till I was about 8 or so. And then miracle after miracle, I'm alive today and can do just about anything anyone else can do. I didn't know anything like this was happening when I was a kid. And so it's cool to be able to be older and see people that were my age with the same sort of things happening in their own lives because when they have heart conditions, so many times people label them as such, and in their mind it creates this mental block for so many things that they want to do or think they can or can't do, when it's not really true. They can really do anything that they put their minds to.
Camp really gets you down and makes you understand, like, there is really other people out there that have gone through the same thing as me, and you make that sort of beautiful connection that nobody else could make with you, you know? It's a special connection that nobody can understand. It's very beautiful when, like, especially when you're a person who, you know, you have your scar, and to see someone express and just show it off, you might think it's like shameful or it's scary, or you know, it's something that you should be ashamed to show, but it's beautiful. You should show, like, without that you wouldn't be here. And not only that, like, it shows all that you've been through, you know, like the hard times and what you've had to go through just to be here and to be who you are, and it's very beautiful.